background check. In this video we're going to go over background checks that are not very expensive. They're official at the state and county level. So to get started, go to sheriffsdepartment.net, and what you'll find is resources for 50 states where you're able to find not very expensive, cheap background check resources, at times even for free. So let's pick a state. I'm going to go ahead and use Georgia for this example. Most states will have a very similar process. So one of the first options you have is to do a nationwide scan of anybody just by having a first and a last name. This looks at public record, criminal records, civil records, a couple of private databases like previous addresses, cell phone numbers, things like that, social media, some deep web things, and it'll show you something almost instantly, at least if it has information on that particular person. If you want to proceed with by acquiring the complete package, you're able to do that. If you scroll down, you'll see background check resources for that state. And when it comes to background checks, you have some of the essentials like court records, recorder's office, criminal records, driving records, business lookup, sexual offender registry. At the county level, you're also able to look at court records, jail information like mugshots, arrests, and property records. Property records, you could find somebody's mailing address, what real estate they own, things like that. So a lot of these resources can be used for free and are very cheap, not very expensive. So let's take a look at some of the essential things here. Like, let's look at criminal records. So the state of Georgia will let you do a criminal record check statewide. You are limited to that state. People move around nowadays, travel, so there could be records in another state. It's good to either do some type of a nationwide check or figure out previous addresses of the person that's being researched. And in the state of Georgia, it's very simple, and it's actually pretty cheap. You got a name, date of birth, and $15 to do a background check. Court records also will show you criminal information. So if somebody gets arrested, as soon as they show up in front of a judge, and anything from court tickets to severe crimes will eventually have to be looked at by a judge. As soon as that will create a court record, and the court records are considered public information, so you're able to look at these things. And then on top of that, you're able to look at civil records, which could be lawsuits, evictions, all sorts of things. So another important database to check out. You also have things like professional license, research, business lookup, if you need to verify what somebody does, sexual offender registry, you have prison records, you have jail records. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave the link for sheriffsdepartment.net in the description. Click on that, come check it out. You'll find lots of cheap and cost-effective official resources at the state and county level to do background checks here.